I'm just getting Christmassy.
You just sat on something there, did you?
All right, here we go.
A unicorn.
Yes. It's a magical experience.
Welcome to Under the Hood.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a very special episode of Under the Hood, the Christmas special.
Someone's excited about Christmas.
Just a little bit excited. Just about excited as my little friend right here. His name is Rudolph, or I like to call him Rudy. You like to see what
Rudy.
he does, Tony?
Not if his name's Rudy, I don't.
Look at him go.
Oh, here he comes. Yes, he's very active, I think, for this episode. Is this basically the whole episode of Under the Hood?
Yeah, pretty much.
Us unwrapping different creatures crawling across the place. I don't know how to turn him off. You better have him back.
Oh.
But it is good. It is good to be back. This is episode 22. So we've knocked out 21 episodes this year, which has been fantastic. So congratulations to you.
Congratulations
to me, and
you.
to Lenny for editing the hell out of them.
Yes.
But this is the finale for 2023. So super excited.
Super
Tell us
excited.
more. Besides all this wonderful studio that we have just
Yes.
kind of festified.
We have festified the Bella Vista studio, the podcast studio, the Hills podcast. So thank you again for having us. Merry Christmas. And we appreciate you. And yes, we have done it up because we got a very special episode planned, Tony, where we're going to be unwrapping 2023. That's right.
That's a good idea. Why not?
As Tony said, we had 21 episodes throughout the whole year, and I felt every single one, by the way.
And he's still having therapy for each one of those.
Pretty much, yes. Yes, indeed. So we decided to pick out the top 12 of the year and do a Christmassy theme about it. So it's going to be Unwrapping 2023, the top 12 gifts for sales and marketing.
Yeah, and because it's the 12 days of Christmas, why not have the 12 gifts from us to you based on the 21 or so episodes that we've done this year. So we've hand-selected the 12 out of the 21.
Hand selected indeed. I cleaned my hands first and then I dived in and I picked out my favorites and Tony picked out his top 6. So we're going to unwrap one at a time with you guys. And in each one is going to be the topic, the related episode that will link below so you can go back and watch it so you know what we're talking about. Just a basic summary of each. And then also the top toolkit from that particular subject too. So without further ado, should we get into Unwrapping 2023, Tony?
Wait, and this will also help set you up for 2024 because obviously when you receive gifts at Christmas time, you don't just unwrap them and then that's it. You use them throughout the year. So these top 12 gifts that we're going to give you as sales and marketing experts as you are will help you into 2024 be a huge success.
Yes, we're doing God's will here. We're bringing you the best gifts possible. And speaking of gifts... Oh, this one sounds like a good one.
Yeah.
I'm going to open it.
Or it's broken, one of the two. But anyway, I can hear it rattling. And you are number 1.
Number 1. So on the first day of planning, my strategy gave to me... Oh, what is it? Buyer personas.
Oh, I thought that would be number 1. That's
Buyer
a good one.
personas.
I think you've been asking for buyer personas for at least the last 5 Christmases.
Oh, I'm so down. Oh my gosh, this is great. Oh, thank you, Under the Hood. Under the Hood Santa, or whoever you are, for giving me this. What is, all right, buyer personas. What does it say? Oh, so the episode that this came from was the buyer personas are not who you think they are. Your buyer personas are not who you think they are. And that was with our guest. Remember Sonia?
Yes,
Sonia
I do.
Thompson?
I do. It was a great episode.
Oh, we miss you, Sonia. We loved having you. Thank you for being on there. But here's the summary of this. So buyer personas, for this gift, you should know that personas act to help developing strategies to attract, internalize, and relate to those ideal customers as real humans. I love that. Solid persona documentation often doesn't exist for organizations, which is crazy to think about these days. And persona documentation often only really exists a lot in some organizations based on bias and guesswork and assumptions and all of that. And no little to actual market research is applied and crafted in crafting these personas. So now it's better to think about personalizing your personas, and therefore you can do things like personalize your call to actions, which it says here by HubSpot can help performance by 202%.
Oh, you had to get a stat in there somewhere, didn't you?
Had to. And I also had to get a quote in by Sonia, of course.
Oh,
it's
yes.
one of my favorite quotes I think I've heard from the whole year. So Sonia said, and to quote Sonia Thompson, with the right CTAs, when they're personalized, people can see themselves in them and they feel represented. Now, if that is not in the Christmas spirit, Tony, I don't know what is. That is a beautiful quote there. So thank you, Sonia, for that and for being on that episode. And the toolkits to take away from that episode, ladies and gentlemen, and you can click down and watch the whole one if you want to see. But the top toolkit was Make My Persona Web Tool by HubSpot, of course. So it's just HubSpot/Make My Persona. It's a free online HubSpot tool. It's an interactive questionnaire that you can then and your team complete, and then it'll spit you out a starting point for developing and shaping up your personas to best practice. Pretty cool.
That's good. And I think your persona for the festive season is Santa, and you have a nice little picture of him on the front cover there. So visualize your personas like Gabe has done there as well.
I love that. All right, Tony, off to you,
right,
Mr.
now
Eades.
I've got to find number 2. I'm kind of feeling this is like a number 2. Let's have a look.
Don't take that out of context.
Yes, it is a number 2. Yeah, I don't feel like doing a number 2, but it is. I will do a number 2. There it is. All right, let's have a look. What does number 2 give us? It's a lovely book in there to kind of help us understand it. So number 2 of our 12 gifts of Christmas wrapping up 2023 is inbound marketing.
Ooh, one of my favorites.
That's a big one, isn't it?
I'm so jealous you got that.
I'd love to give that. That's the gift that keeps on giving. We could rewrap this and give it again next year because it keeps on working.
It's like that gift you get from your grandmother every year that you just rewrap and give back to her the next year.
or it's a gift which I have got sometimes from other people in my family, older people in the family, and you try and work out what the hell it is. And one time it was a battery operated tie thing. And we're kind of working out what it is, and you realise you put your ties on it, put it in the cupboard, and then the ties come around when you press the button.
Wow.
Well, there you go. But this isn't. Inbound marketing, everybody knows or should know what inbound marketing is, so let's have a look and remind ourselves of this wonderful gift. On average, we are actually inundated with at least 2,000 outbound marketing interruptions per day.
Whoa.
You don't realize, I mean, I wouldn't suggest you count them, but 2,000 every day just coming at us from, whatever they might be, signage, ads, whatever. So it's very hard to kind of, get your message across. So we're always trying to find more creative ways to block them out. So now, of course, people are, including blocking browser extensions, caller ID, email spam filtering, and more. So if you're doing outbound instead of inbound marketing, you're fighting against the people out there that have tried to stop you getting through to them. So what you should have is a content strategy, content for each stage of the journey. So once visitors turn into leads, you can nurture them through email marketing, conversational chatbots, and automated workflows into the delight stage. We love the delight stage, especially around this festive season.
It's very delightful.
Your goal is to ensure your audience can easily connect with your sales and service teams and resolve their issues quickly. Inbound helps you to talk to an audience of one. That's an audience of one instead of a whole bunch of people that you're trying to talk to with the same message. Personalized and relevant buyer journeys is what inbound marketing is all about. Thank you for that wonderful gift.
Oh, that's beautiful. And what toolkit would you suggest for inbound marketing?
Well, I think the toolkit, which has been suggested for me, by the way, from Santa, is Jasper.ai. Because obviously, if we're talking about content drives inbound marketing, wouldn't it be great if you had a little bit of AI sprinkled over your content marketing strategy? Jasper.ai helps write blogs, web pages, social media posts, and PR media releases with an AI assistant that can create copy in up to 30 languages.
Wow.
Yes.
Imagine if you spoke 30 languages.
I know. Well, my AI does. But there we go. Thank you very much. That is number 2, inbound marketing.
I love it. Thank you, Miss Eades. That was a lovely one. I do enjoy a bit of inbound marketing. Very jealous you got that one. But I think you're going to be equally jealous about my number 3 on the third day of, oh my gosh, of planning my strategist gave to me.
I'm glad you're singing this because I am not.
What did he give me? Sales CRM.
I would have liked that one.
Yeah,
I think I put it on my list, but maybe it got scratched off.
No. You got a different sales thing, I'm sure. But I got the actual, sales CRM. Oh, that's so awesome. All right, I should read the card first. That's rude, isn't it? I should read the card. I should read the card. Okay, so
You're just too excited with the
I
presents.
know,
aren't you?
it's just so very exciting. Okay, Christmas. Okay, so sales CRM. Oh, the episode that this is referring to. Do you remember your sales CRM is broken? And here's why.
Very controversial on that one.
And that was very early
Yeah.
on too. That was like our third episode.
Yes, yes. We were followed around in black cars from other CRMs.
We were.
After that episode.
I felt so much younger back then. I didn't even have a child back then. But anyway, CRMs sometimes feel like a glorified Excel spreadsheet. That's a given, yes. And sometimes it can take 1 year to 13 months to get a return on investment with a CRM strategy. You know, that's a long time to be paying out for, a platform, but not getting any return. And a rep spends on average 5.5 hours a week just adding contacts activities compared with selling when they're spending 18% of their time or more. So 7.2 hours a week. That's a lot of time. Oh my goodness. And CRMs consistently have low adoption rates. They waste the sales reps' times, as we know, and they still manage to have inaccurate information after all that time spending trying to work your CRM. We see a lot of dirty CRMs in my day. Naughty, dirty CRMs.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah. I've gotten to the eggnog a bit early.
Yes,
so.
I saw you before. It's under your desk, isn't it?
It is. Just 1 second. Much better. All right. So what should we be doing is integrating all your external tools into your CRM is a first good start to make so you can measure to your customers all in one place in a single customer view if you're not just using HubSpot for everything, which, obviously you could be doing instead. Use lead scoring to measure your users' interactions with your digital assets. So give them a score based on how many things they open, like web pages, blogs, videos, etc. And that will give them a good score and tell you if they're valuable or not. And investing time, energy, money into the customer first. That's what a CRM is built for, ultimately. So that's a really good gift to take away into 2024. And I don't think it's one that will be irrelevant anytime soon.
No.
And finally,
a toolkit.
Toolkit, yes. And what you should be using part of your sales CRM to work in with your sales too. I love this one. The toolkit PandaDoc or Quilla, which we have used both and currently use PandaDoc. You can connect it to your CRM, pull in data quickly, easily to your proposals, quotes, and SOW, so you don't have to type in, the amounts, the client name, the company name. It all just pre-populates for you as you open up the doc, and then you send out and you can track the opens, the signatures, etc. So PandaDoc Quilla CRM is like a really good toolkit to take away with the sales CRM. So thank you for that one.
Enjoy for
Appreciate it.
Christmas. There you go. All right, hang on a second. Let's move on to number 4.
You were just dying to do that, weren't you?
Well, this hat has a mind of its own. This is kind of like the sorting hat sort of thing.
Yeah. So
Gryffindor.
What are we on now? Number 4?
Number 4,
On
yes.
the 4th day of
Oh,
planning, my strategy gave to me.
You just have to sing, don't you? You're going to bring your guitar next year.
Yeah, I will.
Keeping on with the sales, because as you quite rightly said, I did put sales on my Christmas list for Santa, and he's given me sales automation.
Ooh, I like it. Oh,
Yes.
that's shiny.
Now, from the episode, if you remember this one, sack. this was one talking about controversy. Sack your sales and marketing team. Automate them instead.
My gosh, we were so edgy and rebellious back then.
I'm surprised we're still here. Actually,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but
I'm
anyway,
surprised we weren't sacked.
I think Gabe sacked them, and then I rehired them.
Oh, that's right.
You
You
remember?
did,
Yeah,
yes.
in that episode. Anyway, so this is a real blessing, right? Because a sales rep, on average, can spend 40% of their time doing administrative tasks. So automating deal-related activity is absolutely a no-brainer. So now you can record your calls, you can record your meetings, and even it will help you email. HubSpot Sales CRM is the best present ever. Hence, it comes with a T-shirt. Maybe, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
AI assistants are built in. There's got to be a bit of AI in there somewhere. But AI assistants built in work across the platform to draft the content for you, create images, generate blog ideas, and develop reports instantaneously.
I love it.
Yes, he's pretty excited about that.
You like that, Rudy?
Rudy? Yes.
He
yes,
does.
he's pretty excited about the AI assistant.
He likes it.
So why don't you also unlock the science of prospecting? Prospecting is not just an art. It's a science. Refine your outreach using AI-powered automation and data-driven insights. Easily test, observe, and measure your prospecting efforts to maximize your results in 2024.
I bet.
Lovely. Sales automation thanks to HubSpot. And what about the toolkit?
Oh.
I'm going to use one that isn't even on our original list.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so how about that?
Ooh,
A bit of fresh stuff. Update.ai, which our whole team has been playing with. The leading AI note taker and customer intelligent platform out there, works well with Zoom. And of course, we use Zoom as well as a couple of other platforms designed to give you time and clarity, structured bullet points, pop out the other end, categorize notes for quick reading and optimal memory recall, which neither Gabe or I have, by calculating each participant's talk ratio. Now, we love this one because we tried to do this, and we were going to do this with an inbound episode just to see who talks the most.
Yeah.
I don't know if we actually did it, but
no, we didn't end up. But that's for 2024, so stick around for that one.
Yeah, so update.ai. Thank you, Father Christmas.
I love that one, Update AI. That's one of my favorites. Now, Rudy, which one do you want to pick next? Yeah, number 5, this one. So it's this one, you think? Yes. Oh, yep. No, he thinks it's that one. All right. Yeah. Oh, he's a clever boy. Oh, get out of it. Get out of it. Come on. Shh.
There's no carrots in there.
Shh. Okay, good boy. Okay, let's have a look. Number 5, on the 5th day of Christmas, my strategy gave to me. Ooh, HubSpot Growth Suite.
Oh, you got more than I got. I only got the sales. You got the whole thing.
I got the whole Growth Suite, baby. I wanted the full collection for my Christmas gift.
I think you've been bribing Father Christmas, I think, because you're getting huge gifts over there.
Such huge gifts. See how heavy that is? Oh,
I know.
That's a grocery right there. All right. What do we got here? So this episode, Tony, if you remember, now this wasn't necessarily that controversial because it's just true. HubSpot versus Salesforce. 10 reasons HubSpot Growth Suite wins every time. Check out that episode, link below.
I was still followed by the black car after that one. I think it was the sales reps from Salesforce. But anyway.
Yeah, but they didn't have good data on us, so they ended up losing us in traffic. So, it speaks for itself. Poor Salesforce. But anyway, moving to a growth platform presents several challenges and concerns, including integrating complexity, financial investment, change management, data mitigation risk, operational disruption, user adoption, internal expertise, vendor reliability, and customization and scalability. There's so many things to consider when choosing a growth suite. It can be really overwhelming. But according to HubSpot, and we had John Stapleton on an episode that you were away, where we talked about this. So according to HubSpot, businesses that use marketing automation experience an average revenue growth of 17%. Just using a CRM growth suite. That's all you got to use, and you already can see the return, which is great. Choose to work with people who put your company strategy first if you're going to invest in a growth platform, because not only are you investing in the technology, Tony, as we talk about, but you're investing in the strategy first and then the growth suite later. So ultimately, choose the people you want to work with that can help you get the most out of the platform, develop your foundations and your strategy, and then decide on the right technology and tools within the technology for you. So the right growth platform based on your organization's needs that'll point more to the rewards and eventually show ROI. So I think that says a lot right there. That's a really cool gift.
It all fitted into that card.
It really did. They write very small, very small. But the toolkit that comes with this, which is great, and it's actually perfectly fitting, and it's one that John Stapleton from HubSpot shared with us on our episode. If you want to look at that, go back and watch that one around the growth suite choice. But it was the total cost of ownership calculator by HubSpot. And what this does is that you can go onto their website, just look up ownership calculator HubSpot. You'll find it in Google easy. What you can do is you can put in the numbers to calculate your return on investment with HubSpot. So see in real-time market comparisons, which is really cool. And then use your results to calculate the return on investment you could experience with HubSpot over 1 to 2 years. Pretty neat.
Beautiful. Love it.
Powerful stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
I love that you just throw those cards away. That you just don't care anymore.
It's festive.
We're halfway through because I have number 6.
Ooh,
of our 12 days.
6th day of planning. My strategy gave to me.
All right.
What
After
is it?
That terrible introduction.
What is
The
it?
terrible introduction. Oh, here we go. Let's have a look at number 6. Hopefully you're still with us as we're going through this. This is our special Christmas edition of Unwrapping 2023 with our 12 gifts to you as sales and marketing professionals ahead of 2024. Now, this one is called one of your favorites, Digital Touch Points.
Ooh, that was one of my favorite episodes.
And it came from an episode of a similar name called Surprising Digital Touch Points that actually delight customers rather than turn them away. So 70% of the buying experience, it says here, is based on how the customer is treated. Which kind of makes sense,
Makes
doesn't
sense,
it?
of course.
So treat people well this Christmas as well.
Yeah, be good.
Be nice.
Don't be naughty.
Angry.
Be nice.
Exactly.
He's watching.
Santa is watching, yes. With the advancement of technology and changing consumer behaviors, businesses are getting creative in the ways that they connect with and service their customers. Here's just a few quick ones. 7, in fact, chatbots and AI-driven support is being used now. Video support. I mean, we've touched on that a couple of episodes. I think video support is great. Social media direct messaging. Smart home integration, which was an interesting one. And we might cover that next year sometime, is how do you talk to your little assistant, your smart home device, to actually help you find things. QR codes, interactive content, and SMS support are all in this nice little package called Digital Touchpoints.
Beautiful. And again, fitting a lot into one little card.
Now, I've also thrown in another talk, because obviously I don't follow any rules on this show.
Have you ever? Have you ever followed the rules on this bloody show?
But I think this is a really interesting one because of the festive season. Everything's got nothing to do with marketing. This is more for your social status and enjoyment. Everyone uses Spotify, but I've been playing around with the all-new Spotify AI DJ. Now, it's really interesting because you actually decide what kind of theme and music that you like, and then Spotify AI DJ goes back into your history of the songs that you've looked at and listened to and liked the most and put on repeat and all that kind of stuff. And actually, based on your history, it actually creates in rotation. It knows exactly what music you love, and away your personalized DJ goes. And he actually comes in and announces each of the songs and tells you what's coming up. So it's like you're listening to your own designed radio station.
Oh, wow.
So check it out. AI DJ on Spotify.
I'm nervous to what they might pull out for mine, considering I've got a child now and all we do is listen to kids' music.
On your Spotify account.
Yeah, well, we only can afford one. Bloody hell. But yes.
There you go. So it'll be the Wiggles, and the Wiggles.
The Wiggles, Go Banana Go, the
hot potato.
The Hooly Doolies, yes. All right, look, let's keep moving on the 7th day of Christmas, or strategy. Too much eggnog. Planning my strategist gave to me. Oh, I know what this one is. I'm going to read the card first. It's so rude of me.
You did it wrong the other way.
I know. I should have done it that way. Website strategy. I knew it was going to be this one. You? Oh, yes.
And that was at the top of your list, probably.
That was on the top of my list. And it was because of Elizabeth Gibbons, because this comes from the episode we had Elizabeth from HubSpot on this show. It was called
Happy Christmas, Elizabeth.
Happy Christmas to you, Elizabeth. And congratulations on your recent award and whatnot that you got. You really deserved it, honestly. Your dream website, how to build and scale with Elizabeth Gibbons. Great episode that was.
Is that what we called it?
Yeah, that's what we called it.
Scale with Elizabeth Gibbons.
Yeah,
love it.
exactly.
Should have a t-shirt made of that.
You can see who does all the planning of the episode titles and postings here. This guy, not this guy. Common reasons to update or create a website we hear from our clients. So common things are brand reworking, old and outdated website, my rankings are terrible, can't update it ourselves, it's so inflexible and we need developer support every time, it's expensive, right? 94% of people cited web design as the reason they mistrusted or rejected a website. That's from a consumer perspective, and I think that makes sense. I hate crappy looking websites. I leave and never come back. And and to speak of which, not coming back, 88% of online consumers are less likely to return to a site.
So you're in the 88%, obviously.
I am.
Well, it just makes you wonder about the 12% that keep coming back, even though it's a terrible experience. Have they got nothing better to do?
I think they're slightly masochistic. They just like the pain. I don't know.
That's right. Or they know no different.
They know no different, exactly. 88%, and they won't return after a bad experience on a website. And the way to get around this, as we discussed with Elizabeth, was website road mapping. That's where you have to start, your foundations. Figure out every element of your future website. So for 2024, start doing this, okay? Site structure, look at page locations, mapping, look at site architecture, very important, not just like how it looks, but how it functions, right? Every module or tool on every page. User journey, how and where buttons are placed. Like we talked about persona research, do that and figure out what to call them, specific to your users and what they'll find value out of clicking. right? Persona specificity as well. Target out wording, messaging, imagery, etc. That really suits your target audience. Don't go generic with all this stock imagery that we see websites on constantly. I mean, honestly, enough's enough. But look, to finalize, I want to quote from Elizabeth. And should I attempt her accent? You think? No.
We'll never have her back again if you do that.
When you're building a website, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. It's almost as good as your Jamie Oliver one
Welsh
from that
or something
episode. Yeah. Okay, so this is the quote, Elizabeth. When you're building a website, you're building a house. You're building a place for your brand and all your things to live. You wouldn't build a website without a strong foundation. I think the age of the 2-year website is over. I think it's now building a resilient website that regardless of the content, the imagery, the branding, that you have a strong structure and a strong strategy. That makes sense, and I totally agree. It's like building a house, or a gingerbread house, if you're feeling festive. But the toolkit to take away from this one real quick is the HubSpot AI website generator, of course, which is still, I believe, in private beta. Hasn't gone out of private beta yet. I don't think so. Effortlessly, this is HubSpot wording, so apologies if it sounds a bit corny, but effortlessly, if you could say that word, build a website with a free AI web builder, which designs your single-page site based on simple prompts. Create a website by answering questions about your business, automate labor-intensive tasks in building a custom website, and then personalize your website design with no-code visual editing tools. Pretty neat. Doesn't take away from the whole work you have to do to build a really good website, but it's a great starting point.
Yeah. And that's kind of how AI works, doesn't it? You just put in text prompts, voice prompts, whatever it might be, and then sit back and let it do it, which is, off the back of ChatGPT, where that kind of started all that stuff, isn't it?
Very true.
So
Very
easy
true.
if you're not technical and you just want to get something quick and easy up.
Yeah. Yep.
When it's available. All right, number 8.
On the 8th day of planning, my strategy gave to me.
You sound like a choir boy now. All right, I'm doing what you're doing. I'm having a quick peek at the gift.
Oh, that's naughty.
Just to get an idea.
You're on the naughty list, Mr. Eades.
Well, let's have a look. I've got no idea, actually. I had a peek and it still couldn't work it out.
Work it out.
It is, of course, lead magnets.
Oh, lead magnet. Your favorite.
I do like lead magnets. I don't know. It was on my list, definitely. It comes from the episode, How to Make Your Website a Lead Magnet Machine. Wouldn't that be great?
It would be
It's a
nice.
machine of just lead magnets. Nothing else. Just lead magnets.
That's all it is. That's all you need in life, honestly.
Yeah, that's right. I wonder if 88% of the people will come back. Every client has a predetermined buyer journey, or should have, and they go through stages of awareness, consideration, and decision. So having a lead magnet to help them self-navigate that journey, when we've spoken about this before, will get them to an opportunity sooner. Because they don't want to waste any time. They want to self-navigate. People are looking at your site when you're not around, so they can't reach out to you every time they want to take the next step. Having a lead magnet to help them self-navigate the journey will get them through faster. Things like checklist downloads, calculators, product selector tools, book a demo meeting links, which I still find is missing on a lot of sites. It's like
lot of them.
the old contact us. Boring. It's got to be more book a demo, look at my calendar and lock it in there, and then so that job is done. Are all cool and effective digital touch points. They're also trackable, which adds to your reporting insights because you can see how many people have downloaded it, used it, etc. Toolkit size, again, he selected another one. Only because I want to entertain you, Gabe. You see, I want to give you something that you didn't know about, like this one called headline.com.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm intrigued. Let me know what headline.com is.
Well, of course, a lead magnet, a vital asset to a lead magnet is, of course, a landing page.
Yes.
Right? And people struggle sometimes with getting the content, the copyright for a landing page. Because it's kind of like your storefront of the digital realm.
Right.
So that was an interesting quote. So Headline is basically an AI-powered content writing system designed to perfect the art of just the landing page. So not just copywriting generally, specifically for a converting landing page. Powered by the deep learning abilities of ChatGPT-3 and OpenAI, it helps predict and complete the text for you as you type in the key points that you want of the landing page, saving you significant time. It also suggests high-performing subject lines, optimizing the word count, and writes the copy in multiple tones and languages if you like. So check that one out. Headline.com could save you lots of time as well as creating landing pages that convert.
Wow, that is worthy of a headline.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, number 8.
Number 8. Now we're on to number 9. On the 9th day of planning, my strategy gave to me. Wonder how many people are still listening by this point. All right, what is it? It is digital ads. Oh,
Digital
wow.
ads. That's a good one.
Wow,
I never had that on my list, so you're good to stick it on your list.
It's funny. I never ask for it, but I get it every year.
Okay. It's the mystery gift.
It's the gift that keeps on coming and giving. Apparently,
Is that the one you rewrapped and sent back to someone else last year, and then they rewrapped it and sent it to you?
it might just be. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. That's when you cross out where you got from Gabe, and they put to Gabe.
Yeah,
from.
exactly. Well, thank you, Santa, for that returned gift, rewrapped to me. But this comes from a second episode of the year, all the way back in March, I think it was. All your ads platforms are now irrelevant.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
another controversial episode. Jeez, we were bold then. What's
so
happened
edgy.
during the year? We've got a bit softer. I think we've got to come back in 2024 really hard.
Yeah,
and controversial.
Really
Let's do
off the wall, like murder your sales team.
One at a time.
Okay, Google.
Oh dear!
Oh, boy.
Oh dear! We were going so well.
we almost made
Just
it.
put that eggnog down. And
Just okay. Oh.
You got like a straw down there.
Yeah. It's a bladder bag. I'm just sipping out of. It's about a liter of eggnog. Okay. Google ad ROI is declining. So according to a study, 40% of small business owners stated that Google ads yielded no leads for them. No leads at
zero.
all. And whereas the additional 33% of business owners noted that these campaigns produced very few leads. So, overall, Google Ads not doing so well. Although, they've launched some recent new tools since this episode came out. So maybe that's improved. Who knows? But Google Analytics, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn ads, analytics, etc., they all have their own data to choose from. They're big. They're complex. You often have to hire other people to bloody tell you what it means and manage it and whatnot. So now what's more important is not just the volume of leads captured, but the quality, right? And the tracking of their journey and servicing at every stop point. So here's where you can start fixing 2 headaches at once. Don't rely on these big, massive platforms and other people to read them for you. Integrate them, connect them into your current platforms, because not only can you just manage it all from a simpler interface and manage and see all the results, but you can also track the actual success of those campaigns and learn from these rich insights, and then aim for smarter, better placed, and more personalized ads. There you go.
Makes total sense.
That's really powerful stuff. It's a whole other way of looking at digital ads. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you do so in 2024. And the toolkit that might help with this is your favorite. Remember this old boy, debounce.io.
I think we had a number of uses for debounce in other areas. I think like the clutter of the horrible websites. You could just jump them into this debounce and they disappear.
That'd be nice. Yes, have a trash can for the internet of crap websites. Just chuck them in, debounce them out. But basically, debounce.io is great for certifying nurture lists for future ad remarketing. So take your a CSV or CRM of all your contacts, put them in through this. It'll basically tell you which are likely to bounce, which are likely to return spam or not be received or don't work anymore, etc. It's a super cheap thing to use. It starts from $10 and you can do 2,000, 5,000 leads or something like that. And I can just tell you all of that and then cull them for you, clean it for you, and then you can put it back in your CRM and then you can start remarketing to that list. This is how it ties back to digital ads, because then you can run ads from your CRM, as I mentioned before, directly to those lists and make them actually smarter, more accurate, obviously, and then more personalized. So you can actually include imagery, text, and stuff that speaks to that audience. So there you go. Digital ads. Bam.
And that was number 9. Which means we're getting to the pointy end of our 12 little gifts for sales and marketing as we unwrap 2023. And I'm up to number 10. Do you want to sing that one? Yeah.
No.
No, now you've turned into a monk.
10th day of planning, my strategy gave to me.
There's a lot of meaning in that one.
Or just a lot of eggnog.
So I think so. Oh, yes. I
Ooh.
think I know what this one is, but
Oh, I'm
before
dying to
I
know.
announce it, I will double check that I'm correct. My favorite little thing, generic. Oh, God's sake, my headphones keep falling off.
Tony's been getting into the eggnog too.
Generative AI. I think my hat has.
You can tell from his
Oh, I don't know. There's a combination of bloody earmuffs and headsets and everything. Anyway, generative AI.
Generative AI, your favorite.
Oh, I do like this one. It came from the episode How to Make Money from AI for Sales and Marketing Teams. Of course, we can lose a lot of money and lose a lot of time, but and lose your hat at the same time. Anyway, we're getting to the end. Let's try and hang in there with these hats and everything else. So hot in here as well. Anyway, that's an Australian summer Christmas for you. We should be in a colder. Turn that air conditioning on. Anyway, improved customer experience. AI can help you personalize. We've used that word a couple of times today. Personalize the customer experience by analyzing customer data and providing targeted recommendations, which can improve customer satisfaction and loyalty. We love customer satisfaction. That's what it's all about. We mentioned a stat earlier on about how you're going to lose customers. 70% of them, I think, if you don't look after them. Increased efficiency. AI-powered tools can automate routine tasks, like we said on the sales stuff. 40% of the boring stuff you do, let AI do a lot of that heavy lifting for you.
Yeah.
If you're not doing it already over Christmas, maybe it can make the eggnog for you. I don't know if there's an AI tool that can make the eggnog, but anyway, certainly in 2024 you can. Better insights. AI can analyze large amounts of data and provide you with insights into customer behavior, more than you scrolling through spreadsheet after spreadsheet. Cost savings by automating routine tasks, improving efficiency. AI can help you reduce costs and increase profitability. And finally, competitive advantage. Using AI can gain a competitive advantage by improving the speed and accuracy of your decision making.
Nice.
Yes, no more umming and ahhing. AI, just put it in there and it will decide for you. Love that. That's a real favourite one for me. I'm going to be so successful in 2024 with this Prezi. And backed up by my favourite toolkit, Synthesia.io. If you haven't seen Tony.ai yet,
Don't.
don't. He'll be making more of an appearance in various different formats on various different languages in 2024. Get access to 100 AI avatars, not just me, covering different ages and styles, and you can then add a human touch to your video content. So check that one out. A great little one there. Synthesia.io. Love it.
Well, I'm really
You
glad
carry on
you
while I
got that
fix
one.
my hat up.
You would have been right grumpy if you didn't get AI for your Christmas present for Under the Hood this year. But I'm going to go on to my last one.
And I think next year I've heard that Santa is being replaced by an AI avatar.
Is he? Oh.
Yeah, he's getting a bit old and tired and white and all that stuff. So
White?
Well, white
you mean
is
beard?
all white.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what I meant.
Yes.
What else did you think of me?
Oh, well, you know. Too much eggnog. Okay, on the 11th day of planning, my strategy gave to me life cycle stages. Of course. Had to be life cycle
You would
stages.
be the only person in Australia receiving that gift right now, I think. But you're gifting it on, which is so nice of you.
I'm passing this on to you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so here's the thing. I deal with life cycle stages and customer, journeys and buyer journeys a lot in my day-to-day. And quite frankly, I don't need this gift, so I'm going to pass it on to you guys after this episode. In the notes below, of course, go to this episode, Consumer Life Cycle Stages You've Been Led to Believe. So consumer life cycle stages, lies you've been led to believe. Many companies deal with trying to adopt an inbound methodology mindset and are missing the mark when it comes to identifying and categorizing their contacts into correct life cycle stages. So a lead in traditional senses is actually not what it means these days, i.e. someone wanting to buy from you immediately. Like if someone contacts you online, most likely than not, it's not really that. I'm keeping Tony in the corner of my eye here as I try to talk to you about this, but you'll see later what he's doing. You can't sell anything to everyone that has a heartbeat, as Tony often tries to. Not everyone that inquires is qualified to become a sales opportunity. Put in place guardrails, such as using forms and automation tools to measure the user activity score, and then based on their contact or company attributes and activity, then allocate them a lifecycle stage that makes sense. And then using automations, nurture them. Not doing it yourself, actually using workflows and stuff to do it all for you, so that they become more qualified later and before the sales set them up to on the plate to talk to, they're already a lot more qualified. So 78% of brands say that they struggle with data debt and are not having enough quick data about their customers that's not launch relevant or personalized, and that you should be targeting before your customers discover your company. You need to determine what you're trying to do, what you're trying to reach, rather than marketing to everybody. Try to narrow it all down, okay, and identify a specific target audience, which helps you create content that's relevant to your customers. Remember, as we mentioned before, customers, not clustomers. Clustomers with an L. Clustomers. Don't do that. And Tony, did you want to hear my toolkit?
Yeah, I'd love to.
I leave him alone for 5 minutes.
They're just wonderful lights and things here that I don't think are getting on camera, so I'm going to wear them. Please tell us what your toolkit is quickly.
Tony loves it because he's burning there. He loves all these shiny things, Tony. So the toolkit I have, my last one for 2024 is that it is beautiful.ai. AI-generated sales decks based upon prompts. So put in a prompt into this AI generator, for any imagery, anything you're trying to pitch, and then it'll generate the actual decks for you. So I'm very distracted by Tony being lit up right now. Are you okay there?
I'm okay. I do like that toolkit though, because it's got the most beautiful name.
It does.
I mean, you think of all the names that we've gone through for the AI kind of tools, and to end up with beautiful.ai.
Yes, Synthesia or beautiful AI.
Which would you prefer? All right, guess what we're up to?
The 12th day of Christmas. My strategy gave to me.
I'm just super excited because this episode's nearly over. No, not really. Hopefully you're still with us. But let's have a look. Oh, look. It's got that lovely HubSpot orange.
Ooh.
So could it be a HubSpot tool? Could it be something completely different? I don't know. What has Santa given me to finish up with? One word, well, kind of a combination of two words rolled into one, RevOps.
Oh, revenue operations.
Yes, and balls are flying everywhere now.
My goodness. People listening and not watching are going to be very confused.
I know. You need to check out the vidcast of this just to make sure. Anyway, so it's from the episode called Explained What is RevOps? We've been asking that all year. You can't afford to ignore this. That was a
good
title
episode.
It was a good episode, yeah, because we learned a lot as well as sharing a lot.
Yeah, in fact, what RevOps actually was.
It's good to research before each episode,
It is.
not just turn up like we normally do. Anyway, RevOps aims to break down silos between your sales, marketing, and customer service or success teams, enabling them to work collaboratively together on a common goal, maximizing your revenue generation and customer satisfaction. A few tips for what RevOps is data integration, gathering and consolidating data from different sources, process alignment, ensuring that the processes of sales, marketing, and customer success are all synchronized together, unlike Rudy over there.
He got a bit excited by RevOps. He's getting a bit revved up.
Yeah. I think he got the wrong end of the of the stick, of the candy stick. Technology utilization, leveraging tools such as customer relationship management, CRM systems, like we mentioned before, performance metrics, defining and tracking key performance indicators, KPIs, that measure the effectiveness and efficiency of your revenue-related activities, and finally, continuous improvement, constantly analyzing data insights to identify areas of improvement. That is fantastic. So
you get all the cool ones. You got all the methodologies. You got inbound marketing. You got sales automation.
You should be happy with your gifts. Not that you're always throwing them up in the air and throwing cards all over the place, but it looks like you're just going to run away with things that aren't related, like a train and some automated AI-driven Rudolph.
I'm that kid at Christmas who unwraps it and immediately gets bored with it.
No, you would be. I can imagine you would be. Wait, and you said, when's the next Christmas?
Yeah.
So finally, the toolkit, final one for 2023, wrapping it up with, and this is interesting because you could add an S to this and become Smurf, but it's Murph.ai, M-U-R-F. No more choosing voiceover talent and paying for a studio to record your audio. So that's us out of a business for our podcast. Murph is going to take over. It's the versatile AI voice generator, creates realistic voiceovers. You can choose your voice from product developer, educator, marketer, author to podcaster. So they can just choose a new voice. So maybe it won't be us. Maybe it'll be us with a different voice.
Yes.
Who knows?
Under
what
the hood.
2024
Sponsored by Murph.
dot AI. Oh, well, that's it.
That's it. We're fully unwrapped. This podcast, this vidcast is fully unraveled as far as I'm concerned, Tony. But
So take those and go forth with those presents that we have regifted to you, folks, unwrapping us for
you
2023.
beautiful folks, enjoy them. Take these gifts we bestow to you for 2024 and use them wisely. Don't use them for evil. Use them for good.
Yes, that's good.
Be naughty. I mean nice.
Nice.
Or
No,
naughty.
no.
And
Nice.
a bit of, nice, but a little naughty.
It's nice to be a little bit naughty.
You gotta be a little bit
It's a
naughty.
bit more. If you're creative, then you're a bit naughty, I think. But also, don't forget to join us again when we. So it's 22 episodes done now because this was number 22. Let's see if we can beat that next year.
Beat me into submission if we try. We can attempt, but it has been a ride, and I just want to extend a huge
sleigh ride.
A sleigh ride. In fact, we did slay. But look, I want to extend a big thank you to all of our audience for listening in and tuning in. If you have for every episode, or if you've just joined now, welcome. If you've been since
Where
the
have you
beginning,
been?
yes, thank you for being with us. We appreciate you all so much, and I want to send a big thanks to you, Tony, my co-host.
Oh, thank you, mate. And the same to you.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't have done it without each other, except that you have done a couple of pilot episodes without me.
Yes,
I haven't done one yet on my own, so
Yeah.
let's just see if you're away one day and listeners will work it out together.
I got a feeling it won't happen to me. The episode
I
just
think
won't happen.
he owns the episodes, he owns the studio, he
Yeah.
produces every show. I don't think I've got a chance. And he steals my stats, as you would have found on one of the episodes. I've really got no purpose being here, to be honest.
Yes, well, you keep bringing up Synthesia and your digital AI twins, so, you know, it feels like you're just hinting at me that...
That I might not be here next year.
No, but a sincerest thank you, Tony, for being my co-host through this show all year. Very much appreciate you.
We've enjoyed it. We love coming down into the bunker here at Bella Vista.
Yes.
You know, once a week or so, and pumping out these sharing of our thoughts.
Yes, and thank you as well, on that note, to the Bella Vista Hotel, the Hills podcast, for having us every single time and putting up with our shenanigans. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. We're going to be taking a break for a little bit, but we'll be back nice and strong some point early in 2023.
Yes, without the hats, without the decorations.
Oh.
Back more seriously and controversially. Who knows what the first episode will be? We don't even know yet. We're going to take a break over Christmas and come up with something really good to kick us off for 2024.
Absolutely. Merry
Right.
Christmas to you, Tony.
And to you, mate, all
Yep.
the best.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and all the best festive season to everyone out there. Stay safe and take care. We'll see you next year.